Welcome dear students. Now we can see the trigonometric functions. This the ratio of the trigonometric functions already we have studied in your class 10. Now here we see just we recall this. See the definition of the trigonometric functions of the general angle. Here we know that the trigonometric function only applicable to the right angle triangle only if here in this diagram angle theta is located at the position O and the triangle PMO is a right angled triangle, so that this is the length of the PM is y because it is parallel to y axis, and OM is on x axis, the length of OM is x, and this will be OP is r we can take. Therefore by the let P of xy be any point on the terminal side of the angle theta. Then we have, by applying the Pythagoras theorem, we get here r square is equal to x square plus y square, or OP square is equal to OM square plus PM square. Hence we have r is equal to, that is the length of OP is equal to square root of x square plus y square. Now these things we have already studied. Now we recall this. Sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. Here general angle theta is located at the terminal position of O. Then we have sin of the angle theta is equal to y by r. Y is what? Opposite to angle theta is the opposite side, and this is the hypotenuse. Therefore it is opposite by hypotenuse. And cos theta is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. Tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. Since tan theta, the relation between the three trigonometric functions sin, cos and tan theta is equal to sin theta by cos theta. While dividing this, hypotenuse and hypotenuse are getting cancelled, and that will be opposite by adjacent. Then cosec theta, these cosecant theta shortened as cosec theta, and secant theta is sec theta, and cotangent theta is a cot theta, will be the reciprocal, the respective reciprocals of the sin, cos and tan. Therefore cosec theta is equal to hypotenuse by opposite, since sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse, and secant theta is equal to hypotenuse by adjacent, since cos theta is equal to hypotenuse adjacent by hypotenuse. And cot theta is equal to adjacent by opposite, since tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. Therefore these cosec theta, secant theta and cot theta are the reciprocals of sin theta, cos theta and tan theta. So here we can see sin theta is equal to 1 by cosec theta, and cos theta is equal to 1 by secant theta, and tan theta is equal to 1 by cot theta, and vice versa. Vice versa means cot theta is equal to 1 by tan theta, secant theta is equal to 1 by cos theta, and cosec theta is equal to 1 by sin theta. Also the relation between the three fundamental trigonometric functions sine, cosine and the tangent will be tan theta is equal to sin theta by cos theta, since cot theta is the reciprocal of tan theta. If tan theta is sin theta by cos theta, then cot theta is equal to cos theta by sin theta. Now we can see the definition of the trigonometric functions using the unit circle. Here see the unit circle having the radius is equal to 1 unit. Then here OM on the x-axis, the OM is x, PM length is y. Here the point A be 1 0. On x-axis the x coordinate is present, y coordinate is absent. Therefore its point is 1 0, since we are taken a unit circle. And on y-axis x coordinate is absent, y coordinate is present. Therefore the point of B is 0 1. See in this figure the angle AOP here, angle AOP is theta. Then the arc of the length, this arc of length AP is also theta, since angle subtended at the center is the same angle, that is theta. So we recall sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite is here y, hypotenuse is r, we take this as r, and cos theta is equal to x by r, as r is equal to 1, since we are considered here the unit circle. Unit circle means the radius is equal to 1 unit. Then sin theta is equal to y by r means y by 1, and cos theta is equal to x by r means x by 1. Therefore the trigonometric functions cos theta and sin theta can also be defined respectively as the x coordinate and y coordinate of a point, given point P, where the length of the arc AP is equal to theta here on the unit circle. Equation of the unit circle is x square plus y square is equal to 1 as we apply the Pythagoras theorem also. Therefore, from the definition it follows that sin square theta plus cos theta the whole square, sin theta the whole square plus cos theta the whole square is equal to 1. But in the square, in the trigonometric functions, we can write as sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. This is known as the identity. This also you were in touch up in class 10. Now whenever we divide this equation star by sin square theta, we have sin square theta by sin square theta is 1 and cos square theta by sin square theta, that is same as cos theta by sin theta is cot theta. So here square is there, therefore cot square theta is equal to 1 by sin square theta is cosec square theta, hence another identity is 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. Now also to the equation star, whenever we divide by cos square theta, we get sin square theta by cos square theta. Sin theta by cos theta is what? Tan theta. So this will be tan theta, and cos square theta by cos square theta is 1. So 1 plus tan square theta is equal to 1 by cos theta is secant theta. Reciprocal of cos theta is secant theta, which will be 1 plus tan square theta is equal to secant square theta. Now we can see the signs of the trigonometric functions, or also it is called the lead angle property of the trigonometric functions. See in this diagram, always whenever a plane divided into 4 equal parts, and this plane is this quadrant is known as 4 quadrant. It will be divided by the 4 quadrant, in that this one is the first quadrant, this is the second quadrant, this is the third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. For any reason you should not change the quadrant as starting from here the first or here the first. It is always here 0 to 90 degree, this quadrant is the first one, and 90 to 180 plane is the second quadrant, and 180 to 270 plane is the third quadrant, and 270 to 360, one complete rotation is the 360. So this will be the fourth quadrant. Here I have written ASTC, means what? A means all trigonometric functions are positive in the first quadrant. S means only sine and its reciprocal cosec are only positive in the second quadrant, and rest of all the trigonometric functions are negative in the second quadrant. And T means tangent and its reciprocal cotangent are only positive in the third quadrant, and rest of all the trigonometric functions are negative in this third quadrant. And here C means always it is cos, never be a cosec. So cos and its reciprocal secant are only positive in the fourth quadrant, and rest of all the trigonometric functions are negative in this fourth quadrant. Now you have studied in the class 10th the complementary functions of the trigonometric functions, the complementary of the trigonometric functions sine of 90 minus theta only. But here in this class 11 we have studied what is the complementary of 90 plus theta, and supplementary of 180 minus theta 180 plus theta, and 270 minus theta 270 plus theta, and 360 minus theta 360 plus theta. So this is known as the lead angle property of the trigonometric functions. You are already known that the sine of 90 minus theta is the cos theta, and cos of 90 minus theta is sine theta. How we will get the complementary? I will tell you. See, the easiest way, other properties are exist, but also the easiest way to remembering this is complementary, is it? So sine means it is sine. When add one co, it will become the cosine. Then sine of 90 minus theta is cos theta. For the angles lying on the y-axis is always the complementary functions, and angles lie on the with the trigonometric functions on x-axis is always the same function. Here also cos of 90 minus theta, cos means what? Cosine. Add one co, their double cos getting cancelled, then sine, that is sine of sine theta. Then tan of 90 minus theta, tan means so here complementary means cotangent, that is cot theta, and cosec means here it is cosecant. Then add co, double cos are getting cancelled, remaining secant theta. So therefore complementary of the cosec of 90 minus theta is secant theta, and secant of 90 minus theta is cosec theta, and cot of 90 minus theta is cotangent. Add co getting cancelled, then tan theta is remaining. This is only adding co or removing co is just only for the purpose of easiest way to by heart, and but this is not the actual method of complementary functions. Also now we can see sine of 90 minus theta. See here 90 plus 90 minus theta, if we subtract any 1 degree or a smallest angle from the 90 degree, it belongs to the first quadrant. But whenever we add a smallest angle or the highest angle but less than 180 to this 90 degree, it belongs to or falling to the second quadrant. Their second quadrant we should take extra care that only sine and its reciprocal cosec are positive, rest of all the trigonometric functions are negative. But the complementary is same, sine of 90 plus theta, sine is a positive in the second quadrant, that is a plus cos theta. Cos of 90 plus theta, cos is a negative here, therefore its function is minus sin theta. Tan of 90 plus theta, tan is negative again, only sin and cosec positive, again it is minus cot theta. Cosec of 90 plus theta, cosec is what? Reciprocal of a sine function. Sine and its reciprocals are positive, therefore cosec of 90 plus theta is a plus secant theta, and secant of 90 plus theta is minus cosec theta. Cot of 90 plus theta is also minus cot theta. Now we can see the supplementary angles, that is angles on the x-axis, is the same function, that is sine of 180 minus theta can be written as sine of 90 plus 90 of minus theta. So we will get again the same function after calculating it. Then we have sine of 180 minus theta is sine theta. 180 minus any angle belonging to the second quadrant, their sine and its reciprocal cosec are only positive, rest of all the trigonometric functions are negative. So by considering that sine of 180 minus theta is equal to plus sine theta belonging to the second quadrant, and cos of 180 minus theta, cos of 180, cos is negative in the second quadrant, 180 minus belonging to second quadrant, so that will be minus cos theta. Similarly, tan of 180 minus theta is minus tan theta, cosec of 180 minus theta is a plus cosec theta, since cosec is the reciprocal of sine and sine is a positive in the second quadrant. Since secant of 180 minus theta is minus secant theta and the cot of 180 minus theta is minus cot theta. Now we can see trigonometric functions of 180 plus theta. 180 plus theta, where it belongs? Belonging to the third quadrant. Their tangent and its reciprocal cot are only positive, rest all trigonometric functions are negative. Therefore sine of 180 plus theta is minus sine theta, cos of 180 plus theta is minus cos theta, tan of 180 plus theta is plus tan theta, and because here tangent is the positive in the third quadrant, so it is plus tan theta. Cosec of 180 plus theta is minus cosec theta, secant of 180 plus theta is minus secant theta, and cot of 180 plus theta is plus cos theta. Now we can see the trigonometric functions of 270 minus theta. It is again complementary because on y-axis. So sine of 270 minus theta is equal to minus cos theta. 270 minus belonging to the third quadrant. If we subtract any angle from 270 degree, it belonging to third quadrant, and their tangent and its reciprocal cot are only positive. Rest of all the trigonometric functions are negative. Hence sine of 270 minus theta, it is complementary, minus cos theta. Cos of 270 minus theta is minus sin theta. Tan of 270 minus theta is plus cot theta, because it is here in the third quadrant tangent and cotangent are only positive. So cosec of 270 minus theta is minus cosec theta, secant of 270 minus theta is minus cosec theta, and cot of 270 minus theta is plus tan theta. Next, sine of 270 plus theta. 270 plus belongs to where? Belongs to the fourth quadrant. They are all trigonometric, only cos and its reciprocal secant are positive, rest of all the functions are negative. Therefore sine of 270 plus theta is minus cos theta, complementary function. Cos of 270 plus theta is plus sin theta, tan of 270 plus theta is minus cot theta, and cosec of 270 plus theta is minus cosec theta. Secant of 270 plus theta is plus cosec theta. Cos and reciprocal secant are positive in the fourth quadrant, rest negative. Cot of 270 plus theta is minus tan theta. Next, trigonometric functions of 360 minus theta. 360 minus comes to the fourth quadrant and 360 degree plus goes to the first quadrant. There again all trigonometric functions are positive. But here see, sine of 360 minus theta is equal to, we write only sine of minus theta. Here we should understand that it is 360 minus theta, but for 360 degree we are not writing again 360, only sine of minus theta, sine of plus theta. Sine of minus theta means you should understand that it is only 360 minus theta, and sine of plus theta you should understand that it is 360 plus theta. So sine of minus theta is equal to minus sine theta, again same function. Cos of minus theta is a plus cos theta, belonging to the fourth quadrant. Cos and reciprocal secant are positive, rest all negative. Tan of minus theta is minus cot theta, cosec of minus theta is minus cosec theta, secant of minus theta is minus secant theta, and cot of minus theta is minus cot theta. Now sine of 360 plus theta, that is equal to sine of plus theta, means what? Sine of 360 plus theta, but where it belongs to first quadrant, there all trigonometric functions are positive, therefore we need not to bother about the negative and positive signs, since they are all positive and the same functions also. So sine of 360 plus theta is sine of theta is equal to sine theta, cos of theta is cos theta, tan of theta is tan theta, cos of theta is cosec theta, cosec of theta is cosec theta, secant of plus theta is secant theta, and cot of plus theta is cot theta. Next we see the examples related to lead angle property of the trigonometric functions, that is sine of 90 plus theta is equal to sine of 1 into 90. 90 here 1 into 90 is again 90 degree, plus theta is a plus cos theta, have studied already. Now how to calculate the value of sine of 390 degree, that is sine of 360 plus 30 degree. You can imagine always this diagram, that is important. See ASTC, first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and the fourth quadrant. This is 0 degree, 90 degree, 180 degree, and 270 degree. This is again one complete rotation is 360 degree. So sine of 390 is equal to sine of 360 plus 30. 30 is theta here. Sine of 360 plus theta belongs to first quadrant. There again same function and positive sine 30. Sine 30 value is of the table values of the standard angles 0, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, and 90 degree we have studied in class 10. Same you remember here also. So sine 30 value is half. Next cos 780 degree, that is equal to cos of 780 is 2 times revolution of the 360 degree, that is how much? 720. So 720, how much we should add to 720 to get 780? That is 60 degree. It is n into 360, but a property never changes, that is same. That is cos of 360 plus theta is a cos theta, that is cos 60 is value half. And tan of minus theta, tan of minus theta belonging to the fourth quadrant, their cos is only positive, tan is negative, so minus tan 330, that is minus tan of 360 minus 30. 330 means 360 minus 30, that is tan of 360 minus again belong to fourth quadrant, that is again minus tan theta, minus into minus plus we will get, that is tan 30 degrees equal to 1 by root 3. Then sine 135 is equal to sine of 90 plus 45. 90 plus means belongs to second quadrant, there sine is positive but complementary, therefore it is cos 45, its value is 1. Or sine 135 in another way also we can calculate, sine of 180 minus 45, that is 135, which is sine of 180 minus theta is sine theta, sine 45 value is equal to 1. See the questions. Simplify cos of 90 plus theta, secant of minus theta, tan of 180 minus theta, secant of 360 minus theta, sine of 180 plus theta, cot of 90 minus theta. See here, cos of 90 plus theta belonging to the second quadrant, that is cos negative there, minus sine theta. Secant of minus theta belonging to the fourth quadrant, there it is cos and reciprocal secant positive, hence it is plus secant theta. Tan of 180 minus theta belonging to the second quadrant, their sine and reciprocal cosec are positive, tan negative, and so minus tan theta. Now secant of 360 minus theta, again secant theta. Sine of 180 plus theta belong to third quadrant, it is negative, same function, minus sine theta. Cot of 90 minus theta is a tan theta, so tan theta getting cancelled, ones are sine theta getting cancelled, ones are minus also cancel, secant theta getting cancelled, but here minus 1 is remaining, so the answer is is a minus 1. Now question number 2 is simplify sine of 2 pi minus a into cos of pi plus a into tan of pi by 2 minus a divided by sine of pi by 2 minus a into cos of 2 pi minus a into sine of pi a. What is pi value is here? Pi is equal to 180 degree. So 2 into 180 is 360. So sine of 360 minus a is fourth quadrant, that is minus sine a. Cos of pi 180 plus a belong to third quadrant. Tan is positive there, cos is negative, minus cos a. And tan of 90 minus theta is complementary, belong to the first quadrant, all positive, cot a. And sine of 90 minus a is cos a. And cos of 360 minus a is cos a, belong to the fourth quadrant, cos is positive. Sine of 180 minus a belonging to the second quadrant, there it is sine a. Therefore here cos a and cos a minus 1 remaining, and also sine a and sine a minus 1 remaining, minus into minus plus, and remaining cot a by cos a, that is equal to cot is equal to cos theta by sine theta by cos theta. So cos theta cancel, 1 by sine theta is cosec a. Next we can see the ranges of the trigonometric function. Some ranges are there. It will not define for all the values. It has some particular ranges. See here, let theta be any angle. Cos theta is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse, that we have written here x by r in a unit circle or in right angle triangle, and sin theta is equal to y by r, that is opposite by hypotenuse. Now we have x square plus y square is equal to r square. We have seen in the previously. So x square plus y square is equal to r square. So here therefore x square is less than or equal to r square, is it? And y square is also less than or equal to r square. Since the sum of the square of x and y is equal to r square, means individually x square is less than or equal to r square, or y square is less than or equal to r square. Now we divide x square by r square. When r square comes here divide both sides by r square. R square ones, r square ones. X square by r square is less than or equal to 1, and y square by r square is also less than or equal to 1. That is, what is x by r? X by r is cos theta. X square by r square is cos square theta is less than or equal to 1, and y by r is sin theta. Y square by r square is sin square theta less than or equal to 1. That means the cos theta is either greater than or equal to 1. Whenever we take the cos theta, it is plus or minus 1. Cos theta is greater than or equal to minus 1, but less than or equal to 1. And sin theta is greater than or equal to minus 1 and less than or equal to 1. Therefore, this shows that the cosine function and the sine function take values from minus 1 to 1 only, which is the range of each of these trigonometric functions. Their domains being the set of all real numbers. Since secant theta is equal to what? 1 by cos theta. Secant square theta, cos square greater than or equal to 1 here. Here cos square theta is less than or equal to 1. Then the reciprocal is greater than or equal to 1. Therefore, secant theta is greater than or equal to 1, or secant theta is less than or equal to minus 1. Similarly, cosec theta, we are considered the sin theta. Sin theta is here less than or equal to 1. Therefore, cosec theta is greater than or equal to 1, or cosec theta is less than or equal to minus 1. Here, this again shows that the range of the secant and the cosecant functions is the set of all real numbers again, except the real numbers between minus 1 and 1 it is. Therefore, the domain of secant theta is equal to theta. All theta belonging to the set of reals, but theta is not equal to the odd multiples of 90 degree, that is pi by 2, and all n is belonging to set of integers. And the domain of cosec theta is equal to theta, such that theta belongs to r, and but theta is not equal to n into pi, all integer into 180 degree, and n is belonging to z. Next, therefore, the ranges of tan theta and cot theta are the set of all real numbers, that is minus infinity less than theta, tan theta. Tan theta is always greater than minus infinity, it is strictly greater than minus infinity, and cot theta is less than plus infinity, and the domain of tan theta is theta, such that theta belonging to r and theta is not equal to a odd multiple, odd, 2n plus 1 is odd multiple of pi by 2, all n belonging to the set of integers. And the domain of cot theta is equal to theta belonging to r, theta not equal to n pi, where n belonging to z.